busy morning. We are starting off this morning right here in the Charlie Wilson KitchenAid kitchen to check out some fun and easy recipes that you can cook up with the kids. And joining us in the kitchen is Chef Brandi Alexander to show us how it's done. Because, right, we start them early. They're going to have a lifelong tool in their toolkit.
I tell people everyone should know how to feed themselves, and kids are capable of so much more than we think. When I taught elementary school, I would have 30 students making homemade lasagna in the classroom.
That sounds so good. Well, we don't want them to, we don't want to do everything for them. We want them to see the joy in it, too.
Yes, and like I said, they're capable of so much more than you think. One thing I like to start with, which I think a lot of parents are afraid of, is knife safety.
Oh, yes, please. Yeah, explain that.
So even as soon as my children are 18 months old, I start giving them plastic knives to cut things with. My daughter's 2.5, and she uses real metal butter knives to cut things like bananas, stuff like that. And then my 9-year-old,
let you get over here,
is actually already using my Damascus stainless steel knives now.
Yeah.
He's graduated from these, but you can get these online. They're cut-proof knives. So if you're worried about your kid, cutting themselves, they can't cut through it.
Okay.
And obviously, supervise them at the beginning, until they learn how to use them.
You don't want to keep them away from everything. This is how you use it. This is how you use it well.
Yes, yes.
Kind of thing, right?
So when you're getting your kids to start cooking, I think it's really important to pick a simple recipe that they love. Don't worry about the vegetables and things, for the very first recipe. Something as simple as, peanut butter cookies.
Who doesn't love a cookie?
Exactly.
Kids love cookies. How do I make it myself?
They have to be able to see the product, taste the product, and enjoy it and see, oh, look what I can do. Look what I can make.
Yeah.
This is a super simple cookie recipe. It literally has 3 ingredients.
Okay.
We have a cup of peanut butter, a cup of sugar, and 1 egg.
That's it.
Bake them at 350 for 10 minutes. My son came home from school yesterday. He's 9 years old, and I said, Colt, I'm so busy. I need you to make peanut butter cookies. And off into the kitchen he went. He made all these cookies. He said, can I add chocolate chips to some? I said, sure. So I didn't touch these cookies.
I'm going to borrow them in my house too,
yes.
right? Want to try one?
Yeah, sure.
Right. I'm going to go.
And he's brave enough to experiment now. He said, I'm going to take some of this and I'm going to add banana to it and see what it does. And he smashed up a banana. It does not work in this recipe. Do not use banana. But, he was brave enough to try something new.
Right. I think sometimes we're worried, oh, they're going to make a mess. They're going to do this. It's just having the patience to stop and let them make the mess. Let them make the mess.
I make messes when I cook. Let them make the mess.
I still do.
And then we've got another simple, easy recipe they'll all love. This is watermelon pizza.
So
this is also, much healthier than the cookies. For the base, we've sliced watermelon, into thin slices. For the base, all I've done is mix together a container of vanilla bean yogurt and a container of Cool Whip. You can make your own whipped cream if you like.
And then you mix those two together to put on the top?
Yes, 1 container of the yogurt, 1 container of Cool Whip. And then spread that on the top. They can get creative, and make their own little designs.
I love how you have the little dishes out with, I'm building my own little,
I'm
building my own watermelon pizza.
Yes, it's that they get ownership. They get to make it look like they want. They get to make it taste like they want. And then they've got their own little pizza there.
Look at that. Look at that. A nice healthy snack compared to the cookies are good though.
The cookies are delicious.
Very good.
And you can get sugar-free yogurt, you can get sugar-free Cool Whip, you can make your own whipped cream. The base is super simple, but it's light. It's great for summertime. You can even freeze these and make like little popsicles out of them. Yeah.
So many different ways. How old were you when you started cooking?
When I was probably 2 or 3, I started making Christmas cookies with my grandmother. She owned a restaurant before I was born, so, she cooked a lot. So I started baking with my grandmother when I was very young. My mom started teaching me things, when I was probably 5, 6, biscuits and gravy, stuff like that.
Here's your son on this video right
now.
Yes,
this is my chef. He loves to cook. He wants to be a chef when he grows up.
He's got a pretty good teacher, Brandi. He really, really does. What is he making here?
We are actually making homemade strawberry preserves right there, and that recipe is also on my Instagram. And it's a freezer jam. It's super simple. You don't have to do any canning with it.
Don't you think, too, even though they're not doing the whole thing, he's seeing you kind of go through the different steps. They absorb some things.
Yes, and if you do, 50-50 with them
recipe.
the first time they do it, the second time they can do 90% of it, and eventually they can do it on their own, like Colt going and making his own cookies.
Right. I was just thinking, too, it's strawberry season, too, so I'm thinking of all these strawberry recipes.
Yes, that's why we did that one.
Oh, I love that. Definitely love that. So it's like every professional chef, TV chef that you talk to, they all have memories like you of cooking with their parents when they were little. So you just never know what you're able to teach them. So maybe when they go off to college, God willing, right, they're able to cook and like do healthy
and you know,
things.
they don't all have to be a chef when they grow up, but they all need to know how to feed themselves.
Right? Beyond ramen.
Yes, beyond ramen.
All right, stay with us because coming up, we teased a little bit. We know these are fun, from the cookies to the pizza, but we're going to talk about how we can get kids to eat some healthier
Get some of those vegetables in there.
Right now is the season. Hey, if you want to reach out to Brandi, all you have to do is go to southern-flair.com.